a very gloomy Terminal 2 at Manchester Airport. I'm Philippa, this is Craig, that's Harper, and that's Ellie. We're off to Paphos in Cyprus this morning, flying with TUI. What's the point?
It was supposed to be a Dreamliner, but it got changed last minute, and the flight's put back an hour, which is why she's very grumpy, because she's been up since 2:30 this morning.
So we were meant to fly at 6:30, now flying at 7:30. So they have started boarding. Realities of travelling with a baby. So yeah, we're going for 2 weeks. Be very hot, but fun and games. We are going to try and video and film some like hints and tips about travelling with children, see what works well for us. If you've got any questions, just follow us on Instagram, send us a message. That would be helpful.
Yeah, and we're going to try and take you along for as much as we can, film videos with info and stuff about where we're going. We're going to a holiday village, so it's ideal for children of all ages. You know, we've got Ellie's a teenager, Harper's obviously one whilst we're on holiday, so it's going to be an interesting one, and we're doing this really for ourselves to look back on in future and we'll remember what we've done. But if anyone else watches it and finds it interesting, then great. Like I say, just leave us a message, a comment, like, whatever, just let us know. We'll add our Instagram onto the screen. But, yeah.
A tired Harper. Well, she's doing so well. I say that as she starts moaning. Harper, say hi. Say hi. No, we won't throw you teddy. We got the Evergreen Bar and Restaurant now, and we just went into Bridgewater for exchange. And at the back you've got San Carlo, and Giraffe's coming soon, and then over there you've got Amber Ale House, which we haven't been into. Manchester Airport Terminal 2 looking nice. Busy, busy, busy. Harper. Hi. Hi. Oh, how you get the camera to turn around. Hang on. Are you gonna smile?
Doors closing.
Are you gonna smile?
Second floor.
Say cheese.
Cheers.
Everyone's really happy this morning.
So we're in room 2134. Come in, mind the suitcases everywhere. There's coffee making facilities on this side, and on this side we've just got the bathrooms. We've got a shower in there, nice shower. Toilet in that side, big mirror, more suitcases, big bed, mind the pram, got a nice desk area. This partition slides over so that you have a bit of privacy. We've got like a little sitting room area made up for a bed for Ellie. We've got a massive balcony. So we've got the swim up pool bar and pool there, the entertainment, and then we've got the main pool over on this side. It's nice, isn't it?
And here we see a wild Philippa in her natural habitat, the shade. The darkness is where she walks. She loves it, enjoys it, and now she has a mini one with her.
Good morning. It's not even 7 o'clock and it's been a week since we got to Cyprus. Harper decided that she wanted to wake up very early this morning, didn't you? She got a cold from the aircon. So I thought we'd come for a walk down the beachfront this morning, but also to go down a bit of a memory lane. I came to Cyprus, I don't know now, 6, 7, 8 years ago, can't remember exactly when, for one of my friends' stag do's. His dad lived out here and we came to Cyprus for a few days. Yeah, we did. And we came to Paphos for a couple of nights. And we had a great time, just been and looked at the bars that we went in. And after that, we'd come down to the harbour because we were told this is where the locals come in the morning and they'd go for a swim in the harbour. So I thought, I'll come down and have a look, see what's going on, see if it's still the thing, see if everything still looks the same. And the majority of it does. There's been a bit more stuff added, but I shall turn around and show you what it looks like. So over here, I don't know if my finger will do it justice, but just there, I can zoom in a little bit. Over there, on our bench, is where we would sit, and we've run off this little end jetty here and jumped into the water. And as you can see, it's very busy with locals. Going down for the early morning swim. That bar next to it is open, so we've managed to get some drinks in there. I think just water, because I think we'd saved all of our money for the taxi back. But yeah, it's just such a gorgeous place to come in the morning, and it's just so busy. Like there's showers and changing rooms. Like obviously you can see all over, they've got their stuff out, but it's just such a lovely place to come in the mornings. It's so busy, so lively. I mean, the amount of people I've seen whilst I've been walking down here, either walking or going for a run. It's just beautiful. Harper's not fussed in the slightest. She's just grumpy, and no doubt that when we put her into crash later at the hotel, she's going to go to sleep. But yeah, it's just such a lovely morning. the sun is rising behind us. But I mean, it's good. The noise of the waves, apart from this lorry here, it's just lovely. And yeah, another beautiful morning in Cyprus. So I've got past that lorry now. It's a little bit quieter. But just to say, I don't think it's 7 yet. I think it's just coming up to 7 o'clock in the morning. It's already 26 degrees, which I believe at home is some of the high temperatures we've been getting at this moment. I think it's 1st, 2nd of August today. There's been a bit of a heat wave back home from what I've seen or heard. But it's already 26. I am sweating. It's been getting up to 34 degrees on some days here. This little one's been doing quite well. Luckily the hotel that we're at is a Holiday Village. So they have a creche on site with all UK trained people. I'll try that again, yeah. With all UK based people, UK trained people working. So they've been doing stay and play sessions for free. So we've been taking half into those. But because she's enjoyed them so much and the creche is so nicely air conditioned, we've actually put her in for some sessions. So she's done 2 sessions already. She fell asleep at the end of one of them, which is fine. The second one, which was yesterday, she actually slept for an hour of a 2-hour session. So it's good because she's having a nap, but obviously it somewhat feels like she isn't getting the most out of it. Ooh. A bit bumpy down here. Alright, let me try that again. It's very bumpy down there. But yeah, so she's been in the creche for 2 sessions. She's got another 4 sessions that we booked, because if you booked sessions of either 3 or 6, it worked out cheaper. So it cost €61 for 6 sessions of 2 hours. And I think that worked out to just under £54 on the conversion at the time. Which is obviously an added expense, but for Harper to get 12 hours out of the sun, out of the heat more than anything, because she's always out of the sun anyway, it is massive. It just means that she can cool off and play and even go to sleep if needed. Obviously the workers are really good with them. Harper's made friends with all 3 of them, mainly because we go to the stay and play sessions, which don't seem like anyone else does. I don't know why. I don't know if they're just not checking the app to see that they're on, or whether they're just not interested in going, but it's half an hour twice a day on most days, not every day, and it's free. So yeah, I just don't see why I wouldn't make the most of that. But we're just walking back to the hotel now. We've been meaning to catch up for a few days, but it's just been so hot. And trying to stay cool, and then thought of recording a video looking hot and sweaty in the middle of the day just is not the one. But so far it's been really, really nice. Like I say, besides the heat, Cyprus in July/August is no joke when it comes to heat. I mean, you can see I'm a bit sweaty already, but it's been really, really good. Hayley's really enjoyed herself. There's been plenty for her to do. She's also got through the majority of 2 books already, and we've still got 6 days left. And yeah, we'll go into more detail. I'll try and get Philip to sit down as well, and we'll go into more detail about the good things that we found so far. There's a bit of a hiccup on travel day. I didn't say a bit of it, it was only small, it wasn't anything major. We changed the plane and it was a ever so slight delay, but yeah, it was another one where it wasn't like Harper was being in trouble on the plane or anything like that. Just we wanted to settle So she got to sleep, and then I think by that point we were just like, the last thing we want to do is start recording the video now. But the flight overall was smooth, no complaints, but we'll go into more detail about that when I managed to get Philip to sit down as well. But just thought I'd do some clips whilst I'm walking alone. Well, apart from Miss Grumpy Chops there. It's funny, she wakes up early, won't go back to sleep, and now she's grumpy. Like I say, she's going to fall asleep during a crash session. I just know it's going to happen 100%, although they are dead good, so if she does fall asleep before it, and it seems like she's going to have a decent nap, if there's space we can swap it to the afternoon. There is only 6 spaces per session at the crash, so can be a bit busy. They have been busy, and it's got busier the past couple of days of people arriving, so I think now that the summer holidays are in full swing, I think we'll see it get busier and busier, but yeah, we'll see what happens anyway. And I'll walk back down, I might do a couple more clips of the beach and stuff like that. But if not,
Morning. So we're just going to do a little tour of the hotel grounds just to show what it's like, how big it is, all different pools. Yep.
hopefully be able to find your way around it. It's 7:30, so it's quite early, so there's not too many people about at the moment. It's probably best for this tour because it is quite a big resort. We're at the old front section. This is not where you get dropped off anymore, but previously this is where you got dropped off outside the Aegean section. And we'll turn around in a minute and show you that. But yeah, we'll crack on from here.
So as Craig said, this is where you used to be dropped off. So this is the Aegean Village, which have a swimming pool and apartments. So this can be booked through TUI, but the only room types available to book with TUI are the swim up rooms, to be able to use the whole Holiday Village concept, that is. But you can book the self-catering and half board with other tour operators. So that's the way out onto like the main front road, and then behind those hotels you've got the beach.
Just to the right is where you'll find the supermarket, and there's one restaurant there that's included.
Yeah, you've got one restaurant there that's included in the all-inclusive. There is a couple more that you have to pay for though as well. So this is like the main walk entrance off the main road into, it's called the Fishing Village area, which is made up of apartments.
Still all inclusive.
Yeah, still all included in the all-inclusive.
And they kind of surround the main pool in both directions.
So what we were saying there before I put my finger across the lens was that the Fishing Village apartments surround the main pool. So there is some on the ground floor, and you've got first and second floor apartments as well. You've got this building to the side here. This is where you have your nighttime meal. We've seen quite a few weddings here as well.
The Pantheon.
It's called the Pantheon. Down on this side you've got the bowling greens, tennis courts, and the football pitches that they use for the football academy.
They're actually quite a good size as well. We walked down there for the first time the other day, and it is a really good size. And there's so many kids that do the football academy, as well as swim academy and stage academy. Yeah, there was a wedding here yesterday.
Yeah, there was a wedding here yesterday. I think we've seen about 4 or 5 maybe.
Yeah. Really nice place actually.
So just down there, there's a little ramp that you go down to the nighttime restaurant. You've got a map of the hotel. So you can see just from this map, all the bits that are in colour is all of the Holiday Village concept. So you've got the creche at the back, you've got an academy swimming pool where they do swimming lessons. We'll show you all that as we walk around.
I'll try and put a picture in of a map as well to give you some sort of semblance, because we have no idea until we got the map where everything was. And then just having a general walk around.
So we're going to walk through the fishing village now, just show you what it looks like.
The ground's actually really lovely. Needs look. Town slash village, there's lots of plant life, lots of architecture. Really well done. I feel so early, there's so many people out doing cleaning and maintenance jobs. That's one of the things you do see about this hotel, they're always doing stuff to make sure it's clean and maintained. There's always someone doing something.
It is like a bit of a maze, there's so many different buildings. So we're not actually staying in the fishing village, we're staying in a newer part of the complex called the Ionian. So that's got like hotel rooms, more than apartment style. So this is the main pool, which is in 2 halves.
It doesn't connect under the bridge. I think maybe it did at one point, but no.
There's plenty of sunbeds.
So this left hand side here is all one depth at 1.4 metres. It tends to be a little bit quieter as well. So if that's the sort of vibe you're looking for, then this side of the pool is definitely for you. Just over the bridge.
in the middle there you've got the spa, and there's also a restaurant that is included in your all-inclusive, which you can book when you arrive. There's a screen in the reception area to do that.
You get included?
So you get 1 meal per week at both of the restaurants.
So this pool is the main sort of
Activity pool.
This section here nearest the bridge is where they'll section it off for paddle boarding,
Kayaking.
canoeing.
They do inflatables in the pool.
Yeah. There's always something going on, and this one starts at 1.4 metres closest to the bridge. Goes all the way down to 0 entry. Maybe just walk through around there.
Also, this lighthouse in the middle here is a pool bar. So they do all your drinks there.
And also 5 days a week you'll find a man doing hair braids. He tends to arrive about 1ish until maybe 5 or 6 doing hair braiding, and it is very popular. It's always a queue, and at the time of filming it was €20 I think.
Yeah, €20. Excuse the noise.
Petrol, gas, up over. They have just put new signs out about the pool hours. Officially it is 10 to 6.
So these only came out yesterday. You do find people in the pools before 10 o'clock.
And after 6 o'clock.
Yeah. So this main pool is like a bath. It's very, very warm. But they have pool parties in here. This bit here, 'cause it's shallow, they do something called Bing Bong Bingo, which you get a number, they play music, and then you, when it's your number is called, you run into the pool, do a dance. They have like dance competitions and things. Best pool entry. And then over there is your snack bar. So that opens from 10 till 6. You have pizza, chicken nuggets, chips, burgers, hot dogs, some cakes, fruit, jelly, all the normal bits. You can just see how nice it is, how calm.
For now.
For now. So as Craig said, this is 0 entry. So it does take quite a while to get to the 1.4.
And even then you still stood up in above water, depending on your height obviously, but for us we are.
So in this area here you've got the ice cream hut, you've got a couple of games machines, what's on for the kids, but there is also a Holiday Village app to download. Yeah, because that, if anything changes during the day, they don't update that board, but they do update the app. So if any location changes or anything, it's all on the app. There is seating.
And at this season, that's where you find the box office for the academies.
So if you're wanting to do swim academy or football academy, the guys will sit down here and they'll let everyone know what times they're on, the prices. You've also got a pool table there as well, and down these steps you've got toilets, and also 2 of the kids clubs are down there as well. So we have like a crew room to do activities.
And that's from 9 to 12. And then
9 to 12.
8-1 is up with the crash. And then the 13+ zone don't really have a designated room, but for their activities it'll always say where to meet for them.
Excuse the noise, there's a lot going on.
Head round towards the splash park area.
Yeah, so there is a little splash park, so we're going to head around there now and show you around there. So this is the splash park area. I think it does say it's up to 12-year-old, but it is mainly for little kids. So this water tower here dumps a load of water out every few minutes. Yeah. Kids love that.
Yeah, it's again a similar temperature to the main pool. It can
nice and warm.
Yeah. It can be quite warm in there. You'll often find adults with the parents just on the edge bit.
chilling.
Themselves cool in the water.
Also around here you've got another pool bar which you get your drinks from. So the soft drinks, like fizzy drinks,
Self-serve.
are self-serve, along with your wines, beer, and there is a water tap as well.
Recommend bringing your own
Insulated cups or bottles.
Yeah.
Keep your drinks cool during the day, and obviously you don't have to get up as much because they hold more than the typical cup.
We've done that. We bought
Yeah.
from Primark. That was
About £8 from Primark.
even that much.
Yeah, £8 or £9 I think they were. There's loads of beds around here as well, loads of sunbeds. None taken at the minute, which is strange.
We've never struggled for a sunbed, even though people still do get up early to do it. It's never been a massive issue with getting a sunbed.
So this is like a bit like the activity section. So you've got, it's called aero ball, so it's like trampolines, and they do activities in there for the kids clubs. You've also got some more toilets. You've got a little play park. You've got a little arcade, and then you've got the aerial adventure. So this is run by the activity team. You get harnessed up, clipped on. There's 2 different levels, so depending how brave you are. Ellie has done this a couple of times. She really enjoyed it. And then you've also got a little swimming pool here, which is all one depth, and they use that for the swim academy. So that's swimming lessons from 3+. They also run a parent and toddler swim, which is for 0 to 3. So that's with the swim academy team. So they're UK trained, UK credited
Swim instructors.
Yeah, swim instructors.
There's 2 of them that run that.
Yeah, at the minute you've got Freya and Grace, and they're both really good. And you also have water polo in that pool, which is
Fun.
a lot of fun. Very
yesterday.
tiring. We did that yesterday.
That's for 16+ though.
Yeah, 16+, that one. So from here, we'll show you where the creche is.
And we're saying that because we've got the most use out of it.
Yeah. So we are filming this on our last full day, but Harper has been to this creche every single day we've been here. Sometimes for the paid sessions, which are 2 hours, and sometimes just for the stay and play, which obviously she does with us. But as you can see here, oh yeah, it's birthday. Is it birthday? Is it your birthday? She's very tired.
She's done 7 full paid sessions here.
Yeah, so she's done 7 2-hour sessions, which we've paid for.
Yeah.
Which is well worth the money.
If you book it, I think for every like 3 sessions it gets a little bit cheaper. So for 3 sessions it was a certain price, for 6 sessions it was a certain price. Obviously we can tell you what it was when we were here, but obviously prices can change. I think we've seen prices of other things go up whilst we've been here, like the widget toys for example. But yeah, we found it well worth the money. We weren't sure when we first came out if we were going to put her in creche, just because she's never been left on her own at this point, but the creche team are just absolutely brilliant. It's the day off today, so we won't actually see them, but they've gone well out of the way for Harper and her birthday.
Yeah, they decorated. They had a little party yesterday because that was her last session. They decorated outside the door. They had a little banner saying happy first birthday. Yeah, it was lovely. So they've got the creche on one side and then the kids club on the other side.
And that's for 3 to 8 year olds.
Yeah.
And this is where they do the general kids club stuff. If they're going out doing any activities, I think you still come here to register them.
Yeah.
And they do like parties here on some nights as well.
Sweetie party,
yeah.
You've got chocolate party. They're payable, those 2 though.
Yeah. And then just inside this little porched area,
There is a little swap box
Yeah.
that you can put things in.
take things out of.
So let me see. I don't want to go in because there's a mate cleaning, but there's just a little swap box there. So we were just saying we did put some water shoes in there that were too small for Harper. We did try them on at home. They fit. But as everyone else, when you're on a plane and you're hot, your feet swell up. So they didn't fit when we got here. She's just chilling.
You ready for a breakfast with peaches?
Yep, breakfast time.
Just going to walk around and show you the entertainment section now.
So here's a little park. Can't see much because of the sun.
There you go.
There we go. And that's a little arcade games room.
We've only ever seen people on the park at night time.
Yeah, it's too hot in the day to be going on the park. But we're just going to walk around and show you the nighttime entertainment.
Yeah.
We did forget about this side because we've not been down here. So we'll just show you this little section. So down here they do the archery, which I think is from 6+. You see they've got 2 little targets. So that's all run by the reps. Another angle for the aerial adventure. It is pretty big. I haven't been on that and I will not be going on that. So you've got this section here, which is your nighttime entertainment. So they call it an arena, but it's not really an arena.
No, they just call it main stage.
Main stage, yeah. So they have all your entertainment on here. They do stage academy performances. And then you've got a lot of seating, a lot of tables.
This is also where they do the welcome meetings.
Yeah.
If you're interested in that.
So it'll tell you all the timings of that on the HB app. We haven't been to one, but a lot of people have been. We've seen them walk down here.
But also we're doing some activities anyway. Half being in crash and Ellie doing activities. We've got to speaking to a lot of the team anyway, so it kind of give us that information that we did need, that we probably could get at the welcome meeting, but there wasn't one as soon as we got here.
No,
so there wasn't really much use in us going to it, because you know, if the next time that there was one, we'd already
known.
For quite a few
Yeah.
days, so there's no point.
Yeah. So that is the outside entertainment area. So before, when we were saying about where we're staying, so this is the Ionian block. So this is hotel rooms, which they have got swim up suites on both sides. We're not actually staying in a swim up, just for the kids and being a bit safer, having an enclosed balcony. We've also got down here is your restaurant for breakfast and dinner.
Or lunchtime.
Or lunch, however you say it.
Just over to the right here, you may be able to see a couple of big umbrellas and we'll just zoom in.
Just
Table
maybe.
thing there. So
It's very bright.
On a Friday at the moment they have a barbecue at lunchtime, but also on odd random days there is cocktail making. So yesterday there was frozen cocktails, who I'm told is the champion for 6 years running for the island of cocktail making, and it was very nice, the one that I had.
I was napping with Harper. So
The alcoholic drink I've had all
yeah.
holiday.
So this is the swim up pool. There is also a swim up bar at the end, which is very nice. Just get a drink whilst you're in there.
And this pool tends to be a lot cooler than the
So
others.
yeah, this pool and the sunbed area, you can only use those if you're staying in this block and have a gold wristband for the adults. Obviously the kids have a light blue colour one. But we've never had a problem getting a sunbed here because we are up at the crack of dawn with this little one.
Yeah.
And this is where the main reception is, and you do get dropped off here.
We'll go in and show you that in a second.
Yeah,
But
we'll
I
show you
think
that in a
for
minute.
Meal times, I think you say breakfast starts at...
Breakfast starts at 7 and that's till 10.
Yeah.
So then the snack bar opens at 10.
Yeah.
And then you've got dinner
Or lunch.
or lunch, which
Is that
I'm not
two-
sure what
12:30?
time. Yeah, possibly. We've only ever been in to sat down once at dinner time because we just eat from the snack bar because it's easier.
You have to dry yourself off and
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and it's just easier during the day. But I'm pretty sure lunch starts in there at 12:30 until 2:30. and then tea or dinner, however you say it, at the Pantheon restaurant, which is
Starts
a little bit
at
earlier.
6 o'clock.
So that's at 6 o'clock, and it tends to it seems that we found to get busier
About
at
7. Yeah, we go at 6 because,
or as close to 6.
yeah, for Harper, because she goes to bed quite early.
And with the entertainment section as well, the first part of the entertainment starts at about 7:15, I think.
15:15.
Which is
Yeah.
the Tots remix, which isn't your traditional kids
Mini disco.
but it kind of is. So if you are interested in that and you've got little ones, then it probably is worthwhile getting down to your tea/dinner early towards 6 o'clock. Or if you're just going to eat from the snack bar, get freshened up and then go down, then that'll work as well. We've thought about that a couple of times.
I
Never
see.
worked out for us. But yeah, just a bit of information for you might be worthwhile.
Are you saying hiya?
Say hiya.
Hiya.
You're not going to do it now?
We do sit her straight and upright in this pram, but this is how she gets herself, so that must be how she's comfy.
We'll head into reception now and show you that area and where you get dropped off and picked up by the bus. We were quite lucky with our flight times. Our flight time in was slightly delayed. I think I alluded to it on another clip, but we will go over it again in detail. But we got here mid-afternoon, and our flight home is 2:30 and we're being picked up at 11:40 because we are very close to the airport. There's not been any planes going over to show you, but regularly throughout the day there's planes quite low flying to the hotel. So if you are a bit of a plane geek like we are, it's a good place to come. But yeah, we'll go and show you the reception. So this is the reception bit. We've just come in through these doors, what we've just shown you. And then the main reception desk is just to the left. On the right hand side you have the Holiday Villages desk for the reps that you can speak to. And just straight out there is where you get dropped off from the bus and where you will be picked up. There's lifts on either side, to the left goes to the smoke bar, and to the right goes to the breakfast restaurant, which is what we're doing now. I'll go get you some breakfast. Yeah. Ellie is still in bed because she's a teenager, and we just leave her to sleep and wake up in her own time rather than waking her up early when Harper wakes up. So if you're wondering where she is, she's still asleep. Evening everyone.
Hi.
We just thought we'd wrap up the video basically. We have now been home for over 2 weeks, but it's been busy. We had a birthday party for Harper when we got back, and then she was ill, and we just haven't had a chance to get around with being back in the swing of normal life. But yeah, we just wanted to go over the ending of the holiday and just give some views overall of the hotel, the flights, the parking as well, because we didn't record on either of our flights.
It's hard with a baby.
It's really hard with a baby. So our flight out there was delayed by an hour when we got to the airport because the planes had switched, which we knew the day before. And we went to do twilight check-in, which is another thing we meant to vlog and didn't. So we went and did twilight check-in, which was really good, really straightforward. Free parking at Manchester Airport. If you are able to do it, I would definitely recommend doing it. And we asked them at the airport, is it delayed, is it changed? Because we'd seen on Flight Radar that it had been delayed by an hour and it was a different plane. And they said, no, everything's fine, and printed off our boarding passes. We got there the next day and the board said that our flight was cancelled, but then an hour later our exact same flight was on the board. So we spoke to someone at TUI, because obviously we already had our boarding passes and we are going to go straight to security, and he said, yeah, the plane has changed. So it changed from a Dreamliner to an air tanker. And we was originally on row 7. We'd paid for extra legroom seats. So that's all we were concerned about, really. And we were told that we've been put in extra space seats, which I think it was end up being row 37. But the seats were fine, like there was no issue, but we've been told that we will be refunded for that leg that we paid for. But the seats were fine, the flight was fine, plane was good. The changing facilities on that plane were really good for a baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was no issues with that at all, was there?
No, they had screens, they had films, everything.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
everything you could want. So no issues with that. And then the airport was fine in Paphos. We had to wait a little bit for our bags. But that was it, I think. And then obviously we got our transfer. There was only 2 other hotels on our transfer bus.
Yeah, 3 total, so 2 before, then we were last stop.
But literally they were all in like a block.
Yeah.
So we weren't on the bus for long, no more than half an hour at most.
Yeah.
It wasn't far from the airport.
No. We've done... Go on.
No, go on.
For that hotel that we were staying at, there was a Facebook group. So I joined that, and people were saying, do the online check-in for the hotel on their website, because when you get there, you're basically already checked in. They just get your room keys, your bands, and off you go. Yeah. So when we arrived at the hotel, there was a lady there giving out the check-in forms. So we'd say, oh, we'd already done it online. And she just went and got our keys, our bands, and it was done. A couple of minutes. If we hadn't filled the online check-in out, would have been a while. Yeah, we would have been. It was busy. Yeah, there was only, on the 2 stops before, I think 1 family got off at one and 2 families got off at the other, so the rest of the coach was for our hotel. Yeah, and the coach back was full as well. So we skipped the queue there. It was really useful. So if you are on Facebook and you are going to the Holiday Village Aliathon, join the group, because there's loads of hints and tips on there of what to do. And yeah, definitely do the check-in before you go, because it saves so much time. And when you've had a semi-long travel day, it makes a big difference just being able to go straight up to your room, or straight to your room wherever you are located within that holiday village. But yeah, the hotel overall was really good, I thought. Yeah, no issues. Yeah, we paid extra to stay in the Ionian building block, which is hotel rooms, where they've got the fishing village, which is apartments. So they've got like a little kitchenette, maybe a sitting room. I didn't really look at them because I wanted to stay in the hotel. Yeah, and it was quite well located, because you get dropped off there now. I mean, it's in the tour anyway that you will have seen. But you get dropped off there. It's opposite the entertainment, which can be a bit loud of an evening, if you're facing it. But we didn't have any issues with that. It's loud when you're awake. Very loud, but didn't wake Harper up.
didn't keep us awake at all.
No.
So yeah, no issues with that, and good location really, because it's breakfast and dinner / lunch in there, and then tea / dinner at another restaurant. So yeah, the entertainment team at What Make the Hotel, they were brilliant. They were really, really good. The Purples, yeah. They go out the way to get you involved, you know, and as much as it was hot and we were going, oh, it's really hot, they're dancing, running around, jumping up and down, trying to get you involved in that heat as well. So I think they did such a great job, and they were so good with Harper. Yeah,
I loved her.
yeah. She came on our last day. We had so many people to go and see because we were leaving and wanted to say goodbye to Harper, especially offering to take shared custody of her for us to stay there, which was really sweet. But yeah, really recommend it. Really, really good place. We would go back if the price was right, and we've been other places before that we want to go. It is somewhere I would go back to.
Yeah.
There's there and one other place we went to in Mallorca a couple of years ago that we both said we'd go back to because it's really good for families. And there's stuff for all ages. Ellie did get involved towards the end in a couple of the zone activities, which was the teenager club. But yeah, that was about it. But there's plenty going on for all ages. So
And adults.
And adults, yeah. Really recommend it. Even the staff for the hotel that wasn't Holiday Village, they were all really good. The hostesses of an evening were really good, and again made friends with Harper. The hotel manager and assistant managers are whizzing around all day on the little scooter things.
Literally all day. They'll move umbrellas around the pool. If you need an umbrella, they'll move beds. So honestly, nothing is too much for them.
No.
Like, we never had to ask for anything because everything was fine. But when we were leaving, the manager of the hotel was stood by the bus, like saying bye to everyone, giving me a hug.
Gave the kids high
we'd never even
fives.
spoken to him.
No.
He was giving the kids all high fives, hugging the women, shaking hands.
And that was for every
Come
coach.
back.
There was one coach that left before us.
Yeah, and he was the same.
And he was the same there. He made it. He went out of his way to say bye to every single person individually and thank them for coming, which makes a bit of a difference. You know, it puts a good impression. And then we didn't really see any TUI staff, really, did we? If you don't count the Purples.
No, yeah.
But some of them are TUI, aren't there? There's three main people that are like the head of the Purples, and one of them I think is a TUI rep. Yeah.
But there was TUI reps that came.
Yeah, we did see them.
We did see them. I think they have a lot of weddings there, which you can book via TUI, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But I think one of them TUI reps that we've seen might be a wedding coordinator or...
We definitely saw 4 or 5 weddings whilst we were there in different locations.
Every day it seemed
it did, yeah. Especially in that second week, yeah. But yeah, and then... Like I say, the way home, the bus was full, so it was just our hotel.
It came on time.
Yeah, it came on time.
The one before was like half an hour late, wasn't it?
But they had pre-warned people that was happening, so...
It was the most organised pickup from a hotel. The rep was there, ticking everyone off, making sure everyone was there.
Yep.
Yeah, so
staff
organised.
helping with your bags as well.
Yeah, because you see, I was trying to push 2 massive suitcases with the pram.
Yeah,
and the
I
guy,
had 2 suitcases and luggage.
Like not a porter, what they called. He'd help people to the rooms and stuff that were in the fishing village. He came over and was like, "Let me push them." I'm like, "No, I'm all right, don't worry."
Yeah.
But yeah, he helped us to the coach.
Yeah. And then the airport was manic.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
I'd seen that it's small and the lines can be big if there's a lot of flights going out, but luckily when we walked in there was just people everywhere. But that was for Jet2 or Ryanair, I can't remember.
Yeah, it was for one of them.
They did tell us on the bus to go left as you go in through the doors, and the TUI bit we got in there before everyone else.
Luckily, somehow, I don't know how.
We didn't have to wait that long, but then you go to the security bit and there's just...
They just separate you off into lines, but they just all merge back into one. It was so confusing. They had no one directing.
There was literally no one directing you to queues. You just
And when
free for all.
when the queues merged, there was no one directing
No.
either. So like, everyone just ended up bunching up because obviously people don't think, oh, I'll let one
One from
family
each
go
side.
and then we'll go. No,
We had to go through a different lane
yeah,
with Harper.
everyone wanted to go through
Because there were
first.
some online screens that you had to do.
Yeah, and we couldn't
And we
do
couldn't do that
those.
with kids, so we had to go through.
It was all very bizarre, and then when you got through, it was just a couple of shops, some food bits, and that was
That
it.
was it.
I mean, we've been used to small airports.
We've been to the Maldives, and that's literally like a shack.
Yeah.
But this was, we expected
Small.
more.
Yeah,
I expected more.
Well, I'd been years ago, and I didn't really remember it. I remembered the security bit, but then I didn't remember the bit after it.
There was a Costa.
There was
for
a
anyone
Costa.
that likes coffee.
And I think there was an outside terrace, but we didn't get that far.
No.
But yeah, it was fine. And then the flight home was on a Dreamliner. I think I've put the pictures in of that. But again, it was just...
We got the seats that we paid for.
We got the seats that we paid for.
7,
yeah. So there's no one behind. So it's where the door comes in and you have like a gangway so you can get to the other side of the plane. So we were on that back row 3. Obviously, Harper sat on our laps.
So the seats could recline so far.
Yeah. And the toilet was right next to us and the door was right next to us, so we could get off the plane quickly once we landed. And we did get off the plane quickly when we landed. The flight was fine, but again, Harper was really tired, so as soon as the seatbelt signs went off, I got up and rocked her and got her to sleep. And she slept for about an hour and 20 or something like that. But she woke up before she was ready to, and then
wouldn't go back to sleep.
Wouldn't go. I'd spent an hour trying to get her back to sleep, basically. She finally drifted off. I sat down.
I tried to put the seatbelt on.
Philippa tried to put the seatbelt on me, and she woke up. And then that was it then. She was awake for the rest of the flight. So... Yeah, we didn't get to watch anything. I think Ellie did. I think Ellie managed to watch... Did she watch Barbie?
No. She watched stuff on her iPad. She downloaded stuff on her iPad. So.
Yeah. But, I mean, it was useful having Ellie. Not that we had to utilise her on the flight or anything like that. We just kind of left her to it, and we, watched Harper or whatever because she was climbing everywhere. But, like, getting on and off the plane, she was really helpful with the bags and getting through the airport, even though she was, like, 5 feet behind us at times when she's walking. But... She was really helpful, and whilst we're there as well, helping with Harper, which you would expect anyway, but it was just nice that she was that involved. But lastly, I know this has been going on for bloody ages, and you're probably thinking, shut up. The parking, I put at the start that we used meet and greet parking for Terminal 2. I can't remember how much it was, because we didn't book it last minute, but we didn't book...
In advance.
Enough in advance, shall we say. I think maybe 113
I don't know.
I can't remember. But I would... We have already booked it again, but I would recommend it to anybody that is parking at the airport. You get out at the top of Terminal 2.
What I will say is when they tell you to go through the lines... It is very narrow.
Yes. So
getting out, if you're on the larger side, it's a bit of a tight squeeze. And when you've got to get a baby out of a car seat, it's a bit of a tight squeeze.
And it was a lot busier.
Because her seat's on the left, and that's where the other cars were.
Yeah, it was a lot busier than I thought it would be at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever time it was. But yeah, it was really well organised. You get out. Obviously, we dropped our bags off anyway, so we just had the hand luggage. Went across, we dropped the key off. There was somebody there. It was all self-service machines, but there was somebody there
to take your key and
post it and guide you through if you needed help.
But we didn't post our key because we got a Tesla. They don't have keys.
It was a card,
so we took the card and made sure it would go to the right people, basically.
Yeah, and just a tip, if you got a Tesla, put it in valet mode.
Because they can't drive over a certain speed.
They can't drive over a certain speed. They can't use functions.
Use any of the screen stuff, really.
Yeah, can't get in the glove box. Can't get in the boot or front boot or anything like that. But also then it removes the need for PIN to drive as well, which we have.
And obviously all our information stored on there.
Exactly.
Like on the navigation, the home.
Exactly.
So they can't access anything.
So when we dropped that off, we went through, we dropped the key off, you get a slip, and on that slip, they tell you to keep it safe because it makes it more difficult when you get back to get your key, basically. So
If you've lost the slip.
If you've lost the slip, yeah. So we went through and we had breakfast, and whilst we were having breakfast, I got the notification on my phone that the car was being driven, and it got dropped off at a car park, still on Manchester Airport property.
A multi-story.
Multi-story. And then on the way back at the morning, whilst we were having breakfast in the hotel, I got the same notification, and it was back at Terminal 2. So when we got back, you follow the signs out of arrivals, turn right out of arrivals, follow the signs for meet and greet, across the road. On your slip, it says A or B. So when you go into the meet and greet bit, there is somebody there. Well, there was when we were there.
Yeah.
A is left-hand side, B is right-hand side. You go and you scan. You can only go in there 2 at a time. So if there's one person each using a machine, you can't. No one else can go in there. And I think it's obviously a security thing.
Yeah.
So you scan it, and then it tells you which number to get your key out of, and it comes in a little plastic wallet.
Sealed.
Yeah, and on there it says a colour and a number which represents the section and the row that your car's on, and the person will tell you which direction to go in. And we just came out. We was on the same row
floor.
Ground floor.
On the
same row that the building was on.
Yeah.
And we just basically put the stuff in the car, and we just drove straight out because it recognises your reg on the way out. And then that was it. Like, within an hour of landing, just over an hour, we were out of the car park.
Yeah.
It was really good. Really.
There was no queue at security either, because obviously we can't go to the machines. We go to the proper.
But that was the advantage of getting off the plane straight away.
Yeah.
It was just then waiting for the bags, which
Always
again
takes forever at Manchester Airport.
was a little bit of a wait.
No matter where we've been, takes forever.
No, but that kind of wraps it up for this video. Obviously, we were never.
It's been nearly as long as a whole 2-week holiday.
Yeah. In fairness, we were never.
This was our first time. So
yeah.
We didn't know really.
It was
I was a bit.
And getting over getting over the awkwardness of it all and stuff like that. And it was never going to be like 14 videos.
No.
And I've never seen anyone do anything other than Florida videos like that.
Exactly. So, because in like Spain or Cyprus, there isn't that much to show.
Yeah,
we did go to the mall, but we could have filmed a bit of that. But
yeah, we got there as it was opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
But it's our first time. We do have another trip coming up in October. 8 weeks on Friday gone.
Under 8 weeks it is.
So the plan is that we will be vlogging that, and it will obviously be an everyday thing. We are planning to do bag drop again.
Well, it's a bit confusing because TUI, on the TUI website, it said that you couldn't use it for the USA.
Then we've seen people do it
with different airlines. So I went on and checked on the TUI website, and it now says that you can do it.
Yeah.
But then I went into the TUI shop in the Trafford Centre. This is no shade on them, no finger on them, but the lady just didn't even check. She was like, no, you can't do it.
Yeah.
So then I've now messaged TUI on Facebook, and he's come back saying you can.
Yeah.
He gave me the link to the frequently asked questions on the TUI website, and it says it on there if you're travelling to Melbourne, Florida, which is where we're going into.
Yeah.
Because we're going again with TUI. You can do it. So that'll make our lives so much easier because we all don't fit in the car with the luggage.
We did. We did.
It was a tight squeeze.
It was, but we did.
We're going to be taking an extra suitcase this time.
Apparently so. But, yeah.
Shopping.
The good thing is we're doing the bag drop before we know what to expect now.
Yeah.
We're not overly close. We're about 40 minutes away from Manchester Airport, but my parents live around the corner, so we can go and see them beforehand, drop the bags off after tea or whatever, and then come home and then be ready for the next day. But yeah, so we are going to Florida in October for 2 weeks.
No details are being divulged because little ears and kids might be watching this video.
Yeah.
And they don't know any details.
No, it's all hush. So when
there is 10 of us going.
There is 10 of us going,
so
yeah.
it's going to be a a bit manic.
It's all Philippa's family, Philippa's mum, Philippa's sister and partner, and her kids, as well as the 4 of us. So it's going to be a busy 2-week holiday. There's going to be a lot going on. And yeah, you should see all of that good stuff coming up.
We don't know when, in relation to when we're going on holiday, when the videos will come, because someone has a full-time job.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do.
Yeah. So it'll be when we get back, because I don't plan on doing any editing whilst we're away. So yeah, it'll be in November time. But there'll be a full series then that'll obviously take us
12 weeks, 13
12.
weeks maybe.
Yeah.
'Cause we might not video some days if we're doing...
Yeah, or I might put some together.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've rambled on now for 20 minutes apparently, so I didn't think it'd take this long, but it has. If you've made it all the way through this video, thank you for watching. If you've got any advice, feedback,
questions,
yeah, good stuff, bad stuff, just let us know in the comments.
or
Send
message on Instagram.
Yeah, I'll put that on the screen again. But yeah, like I say, if you want to see us go to Florida and all that fun stuff, please subscribe, like the video, share the video.
Turn notifications on so you get notified.
Yeah, follow us
All
on
that
Instagram.
You hear it every time you watch a video.
Yeah, ding dong that bell, all that fun. Yeah, we're so new at this, it's so awkward, but thanks for watching if you have made it this far, and we shall see you again soon.
Bye.